She earned her stripes as the first lady of musical theatre. Having made her name in Evita, she went on to star in Cats and continued to clock up roles in Jesus Christ Superstar, Hair, Grease, Anything Goes, Sunset Boulevard, The King and I, the list goes on. In fact, she's now celebrating 40 years on stage.
Don't cry for me, Argentina, not long until the cameras will start turning. I never thought I'd come to this. Now at least I know him well.
Please welcome Elaine Paige. Lovely. Good to see you. I'm sorry about the straw. It looks like a farmyard in here, isn't it?
What have you been doing?
Oh, just a couple of ends. 40 years.
Don't shush.
Man and boy.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Gosh, well, it's not, but when you see the DVD... Here
I know.
But all those roles, one after another, it's quite astonishing what
I know.
The parts.
It was when I was actually putting it together, you know, and sort of looking at all the various shows over the years that I've done. It was probably over 10. And, you know, quite difficult to make up my mind what to put in and what to leave out. Because, you know, there's been so many various roles over the years.
And all the big hit songs, people always they want memory and everything. Do you ever... I know one or two of the elder performers who were always asked for their favourite songs get a bit, I'm not singing that again. Do you not mind doing it? Because that's what folk want to hear, isn't it, really?
I suppose so. I mean, you know, Argentina, I think, oh, not again, you know, a bit. Because that is... I've been singing that for over 30-something years. But, you know, on the other hand, that's the song and the show that gave me an opportunity to have a career at all.
Did that come out of the blue, then, Evita? Just as I told
well, kind of, you know. I mean, it was like any show, really, at the time. I would audition for every show and anything that came along. And when I first heard about it, I was actually working at the end of the pier in Blackpool in a play, filming at the theatre at the end of the pier. And my agent rang me up and said, you've got to go for this part, Eva Peron, in this new musical, Evita. And I said, oh, I don't want to do any more musicals. I want to become a dramatic actress.
You're glad you didn't?
Well, absolutely.
Went for the audition.
No, yeah. I mean, she said to me, go and, you know, buy the album, because it was already out on an album. Tim and Andrew used to do that very cleverly. But
they did it with Julie Covington. Julie Covington did.
Yes, that's right. She played it originally on the album. Yeah. And then they said that she didn't want to do it on stage, so they were searching all over again to find somebody.
Thank the Lord for that.
Thank heavens.
Which of the roles... I mean, it's always facile, I suppose, really, to ask people which is their favourite role, but they're so disparate. From Norma Desmond, you know, in Sunset Boulevard, that sort of, not a wizened old woman, the embittered old woman.
Well, I think it's, you know, they all actually, Evita, I always think Evita, Norma Desmond and Pia, three of the characters I've played, have sort of a bit of a similarity, really, in their character.
Strong women.
They're strong and they're driven and they're decisive and they know what they want, you know. So that was quite interesting, again, looking back, to realise that.
And the story of you getting the role in Cats is a curious one, and Memory, which again will forever be associated with you. But you were not... this sounds I'm playing down it, but you were not the first choice for that.
I was not, I know. Dame Judi Dench was the first choice to play Grisabella in Cats, and luckily for me, and not so luckily for her, she snapped her Achilles tendon during rehearsal, and they knew sort of the weekend before the show was about to start previews that she wasn't going to be able to return to the show. So Andrew rang me up and said, you know, would you like to come and have a chat with Trevor Nunn and Gillian Lynn? We're in desperate straits. We haven't got anybody to play the Grisabella, and you've got one fantastic song in the show. And on the night before, I'd heard it on the radio, just the theme. There were no lyrics to it at the time. And I said to him, oh, it wouldn't be called Memory by any chance, would it? And he said, yes, that's the only song, though. It's not like Evita, you've only got one song. So I said, oh, I think I'll come and have a chat, yeah.
And there you are, forever associated.
Yeah.
You've done stuff, of course, where you have done it with other people as well. You and Barbara Dixon with I Know Him So Well was a huge hit and stayed at #1 #1 for an awful long time. Did you enjoy the fact that you were not there totally solo, that you had a mate to lean on, as it were?
Yeah, it was very nice, that, actually. Interestingly, though, we didn't actually record it together. Barbara and I couldn't, turn up at the studio on the same date because we were both had other things that we were doing, and so we didn't actually record it together. But of course, from doing that, she's become a great pal of mine.
You did, of course, eventually meet Susan Boyle, who always wanted to sing with you. Now, how did you get on when you met?
Oh, it was wonderful. She's a lovely lady. I had a wonderful time with her. I met her initially. An American TV company wanted to introduce me to her, and they did it as a surprise. And so we had met, and then, of course, much later on, just before Christmas, she had her own TV show, and I was asked if I would make her dream come true. They said, would I go and sing with her?
Now, set the record straight. This line got out that you said Susan Boyle was a virus.
Well, it's absolute tosh. I mean, yes, I'm going to say that, aren't I? No, I did not say that at all. What I was actually saying to the journalist was that, fame, her fame, and the speed with which it happened to her that spread round the world like a virus. It was so fast because, in my day, when it happened to you, the most you'd get was a bunch of photographers out on your lawn, or out in front of the house. Today, anybody, they become famous for whatever you do.
Overnight.
I mean, I bet you by the time I get home from this interview, it'll be on YouTube or something, whatever those things are.
Yes.
The internet. I mean, that today, because of the internet and YouTube and all these different technological doodah things that I don't quite understand.
It just gets out
instant,
there like a virus.
And that's what I was referring to. So
unlike your fame,
they really did misquote me. I was a bit upset about that.
We'll let you off that, Elaine. That's all right.
Thank you.
Here's to the next 40 years.
I would never say anything bad about Susan. I admire her.
Sure. Here's the next 40 years. Good luck with the DVD and good luck at Cheltenham Festival, because I know you're there in April. Ladies and gentlemen, Elaine Paige.
Thank you.
Now, Cheryl and Ashley Cole may be facing divorce.